All right, so let's go to one of the things that's more complicated, something I think probably a lot of you deal with. It's one of the big questions in tech right now. And the question is, what is real? What is actually true? And it's the basis of a lot of fraud. Yesterday, I was talking to the CTO of Twitter about some of the problems they've had. And one of the most interesting problems they've had is since the pandemic started, of course, there are many more people using Twitter because they're not going outside, they're not leading their lives, they're all in their rooms at their computers, and they're also scared out of their minds looking for information. And what do you do when you're looking for information? You go to Twitter. What does Twitter do? Well, it makes you more scared out of your minds. It leads to this strange cycle. But one of the issues that Twitter has is that tons more people are signing up for the service. Okay. And one of the old issues they have is that there are a lot of fake accounts. Well, the problem is that when somebody signs up for the service, it looks kind of like a fake account. There isn't that much difference. The signals that you use to determine what is a fake account and what is not a fake account often depend on when was the account created. Has it actually connected in ways that are truthful and human? A new user might not have done that. So it's created some interesting fraud dynamics for Twitter that I think are replicable across a lot of other industries. When new people come in, because there's change, it's sometimes harder to spot anomalous behaviors, right? And of course, spotting anomalous behaviors is a lot of how fraud detection works. You know the patterns of what we do, and you look for things that don't quite fit those patterns. You identify that as fraud. But all kinds of other interesting examples, right? This question. So one of the things that's happening, of course, is that with the churn, with the crazy internet environment, with the lack of rules we have, the lack of clarity, weird things happen all over the place. We just wrote this wonderful story in Wired about a very fancy, well-known Vietnamese restaurant in San Francisco. And people were trying to order takeout from it and being led to this place. Well, wait, what's going on? Why are people trying to get takeout from this wonderful Michelin-starred restaurant ending up in a parking lot? Well, because I think it was Grubhub didn't have a relationship with the fancy restaurant. So they scraped the restaurant menu, and then they tried to set up a way for people to get it without the restaurant knowing. Grubhub figured they would somehow get a commission off it and make it work. And then it got all confused and it got combined with another restaurant. Basically, you had a bunch of layers of people trying to kind of work an angle, not quite sure exactly what was going on. And then nobody knew whose food they were buying or from where. And there isn't anybody who exactly did anything wrong. But in the no rules of the internet, crazy Wild West, these things happen. And then, of course, there's this other amazing problem. The growth of artificial intelligence has made it very easy to create something, looks real, seems real, but isn't quite real.